As many of you know, tensions have been high between the king and his youngest son ever since Harry's move to America and his bombshell interview with Oprah Winfrey in 2021. Their rift has only deepened in recent months. According to inside sources at Buckingham Palace, King Charles made the difficult decision to bar Prince Harry from attending one of the most prestigious annual events on the royal calendar, the Queen's Garden Party. These garden parties have been a staple of royal life for over 150 years, giving the reigning monarch an opportunity to showcase the palace gardens and entertain distinguished guests from all walks of British society. Usually attended by over 30,000 guests each year, the parties are a hugely popular event where people from all backgrounds can rub shoulders with senior members of the royal family. Prince Harry had always attended in the past as a working royal, socializing casually with guests alongside other family members like Princess and Prince Edward. However, things have clearly changed now that Harry has stepped back from his formal royal duties and moved his family to California. Sources say the king was unwilling to welcome Harry back to Buckingham Palace without some assurances or conditions around his behavior and public attitude towards the monarchy. After months of tense negotiations and failed attempts at reconciliation, Charles made the decision to exclude his son from the guest list for this year's garden party. Insiders say the final straw seems to have been Harry's criticisms of his father and brother in interviews promoting his upcoming memoir, which is scheduled for release later this year. Harry hinted that the book would share new details about their heated conversations and ongoing estrangement. Charles saw this as a step too far and felt he could no longer trust Harry to conduct himself appropriately at such a high-profile royal event. As the garden party date approaches in a few weeks, the news has sent shockwaves through royal circles. Many expected tensions between Charles and Harry to ease over time, but it now seems their rift has grown even deeper. Sources close to Buckingham Palace say the king remains disappointed by Harry's actions since moving to the U.S. and his unwillingness to keep some family matters private. At the same time, those close to Harry insist he just wants to live an authentic life, build his own career away from the stresses of royal duty, and protect his family's mental health and well-being. But to the king, some of Harry's public pronouncements seem disrespectful to the monarchy as an institution and threaten to undermine his leadership as the new sovereign. News of the dramatic ban has reignited public debate over the severity of the family feud. Supporters of the king argue he's simply establishing reasonable boundaries after the hurt caused by Harry's various interviews. But others see it as further evidence the rift may now be irreconcilable unless significant steps are taken towards reconciliation on both sides. Of course, we don't have Harry's own perspective on these events. He has remained noticeably silent so far, perhaps wishing to avoid further fueling tensions publicly. It's clear the once close relationship between father and son has suffered immense damage in a relatively short time. Many hope that with the passage of more time and fewer outside pressures, the two may find a path to rebuilding trust and understanding each other's perspectives. But for now, the family drama continues. By banning Harry from the garden party, the king has sent a firm message that there will be consequences for actions or words perceived to undermine the crown. It remains to be seen how Harry will respond to this latest blow, and whether any possibility remains of mending their rift before it hardens into a permanent estrangement. Only the immediate family truly knows the depth of hurt on both sides. But from the outside, it seems clear the monarch and his youngest son have drifted much further apart than anyone could have anticipated when the Sussexes first announced their step back 2 years ago. With Harry's book launch looming, the possibility of further revelations threatens to spark renewed tensions. Unless significant reconciliation efforts are made, the garden party ban may be just the first of many family events Harry finds himself excluded from as the divisions sharpen. Of course, we can only speculate based on reports leaking out about private conversations and decisions. Buckingham Palace has remained tight-lipped, unwilling to publicly air more dirty laundry or fueled further media speculation. Both Charles and Harry typically choose their words carefully when speaking about one another. But behind closed doors, sources say hurt feelings and disagreements continue to run deep on both sides of the Atlantic. Only time will tell if the rift is irreparable or if compassion and understanding may prevail in the end. For now, Royal watchers worldwide will be closely monitoring for any signs of thawing in the icy relations between the new king and his wayward son. Harry's upcoming book also represents an opportunity for him to extend an olive branch if he wishes. But based on recent public signals, reconciliation seems as distant as ever between the once close father and son. That brings us to the end of this story, recapping the latest development in the ongoing royal family drama. King Charles's decision to bar Prince Harry from attending the Queen's garden party at Buckingham Palace. What are your thoughts on this latest turn of events? Do you feel the ban was justified given Harry's controversial interviews? Or too harsh a punishment, potentially pushing the estrangement further? Share your perspective in the comments below. Thanks for watching this update on the tense situation between the British monarch and members of the Sussex household. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more royal news as this complex family saga continues to unfold.